Hello guys, I am Keval Chaudhary. I am here because I have to share sprint 3 of our development of mobile application. You can find me at @KEVAL_9896. These three are my team members, Dhansri Pandya, Ekta Parwal and Abhishek Tandon. First of all, what is PEGS? So, PEGS is a competitive family-friendly hockey club located in Melbourne's northwest. You can see in the map. First of all, what is the problem in the PEGS hockey club? First of all, PEGS hockey club admin struggling to manage their members. Admin has lots of spreadsheets regarding their members and these all are poorly managed. So, PEGS Hockey Club needs to manage 200 members, 10 teams, 1000 events such as games, training, social and administrative, 3000 activities such as coaching, team management, umpiring, committee, canteen, etc. Total 6,800 member sporting clubs in Australia. That's why we choose this application. So, we are going to develop a club manager member volunteering mobile application. So, there is only one solution of that problem, and it is develop mobile application. So, these all are the benefits of mobile application. First of all, calculating required volunteering hours for all members, listing all events and related activities requiring volunteers. Admin can add and remove events and activities. Ability for members to commit themselves against events and activities. Dashboards update all stakeholders of volunteering hours committed, completed and remaining. Application shows location and time to the members so they can reach on time. Also, the members can change their profile at any time. So they can change their availability and they are available or not for the next event, such like that. Now, here I mention some of tools which we use for development of this application. First of all, Flutter. What is Flutter? It is made by Google. Flutter is Google's UI toolkit for building beautiful, natively compiled application for mobile, web and desktop from a single code base. Second one is Draw.io. It's a JGraph Limited trading name. So we use it for drawing some diagrams. So Draw.io is a free online diagram software for making flowcharts, process diagrams, organization charts, UML, ER, and network diagrams. We also use Visual Studio and Android Studio. Visual Studio made by Microsoft. It's develop apps for Android, iOS, Mac, Windows, web and cloud. Write your code fast and debug and diagnose. We also use Android Studios as well. It's built on JetBrains IntelliJ IDEA software. Android Studio is an official integrated development environment for Google's Android operating system. It is designed specifically for Android development. So now I am going to show the login register use case diagram which is made in Draw.io. This is a members and this is a admin. So how they are connected with each other. So when the new member is coming, so they has to register first. So while they are registering, they has to enter first name, last name, email, mobile number, password and confirm password. So this is important because if they miss a password, they can again type the confirm password. If they are matched, then he will register. So this all data is going to the admin. So admin can check the data at any time. After registering the event, member can log in here. Already registered member can directly log in as well in these applications. So he has to just enter the username and enter the password. So after entering, if it is matched, then admin can change whose member is logging at that time. Now I'm going to show the register sequence diagram. How the register process works is shown in this sequence diagram. So this is a member, web app, registration page, admin, etc. So this is a simple form of sequence diagram you can see in the picture. As the same login sequence diagram, there is a member, login screen, validate user and database. So when any member is login, is directly go into the database as well. You can see here the sequence diagram of the login screen. Next, the same as the register is the same as the event management sequence diagram, which is for the main admin panel. Admin can change the events list. So admin can add the events and remove the events. This is the sequence diagram for the event management. As the same, it is the activity management sequence diagram for the admin. So now you can check, this is the steps to build an application, which steps we use to build our application. So first of all, we set up the system, then we develop the code, then we start to debugging and testing the code, and last we publishing the applications. So this is a simple process we can use for developing the applications. So you can check the login screen of our application, how it's look like. This is a screenshot, shows the login page of the Android application. As the same, this is a register function in our application. This screen allows the volunteers to register to the application with all the general details and availability. You can see we also add the skills as well. This is a tracking and storing the ship time. You can see here the start time and end time. This screen allows the volunteers to enter the ship time and end time, which will be automatically stored in the online Firebase database. So when any member start time and after the end time, it is shows here how the time they spent for the volunteering, and it is directly stored in the Firebase database, which can access only by the admin. So the member can select event here, selected event shows here, upcoming events here, add event by the admin. This is the admin panel, that's why admin can add event as the. This is a poster which is made by me for our product demonstration. As the same, this is a brochure which is also made by me for our product demonstration in the last week of our project. Thank you. Now I am going to hand over Ms. Dhansri Pandya. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Dhanashree Pandya and I am a team member in our master's project, and our main project was to develop a mobile Android application for PEGS Hockey Club. So this is the video for sprint 3. So it's the third iteration for our testing and the final one. So I would really like to focus on the main accomplishments what we have achieved during the project. So my main part in this project was to handle all the documentation and manage all the Gantt chart, all the graphs, and how the application should operate. So in this last part, our main key points what we have gone through will be shown in this presentation. So our project is successfully finished, and all the key features is been developed in the application according to the client requirement. So the main points I would like to focus is that the PEGs were having the problem in using the spreadsheets. So we developed this mobile Android application. So we have developed on the base of the few of the main characteristics of the application, what it can perform. So we have entered the login screen, the logout screen, and admin has access on the Firebase end to add all the events and update as well. So my main part was to develop the Gantt chart. The Gantt chart is showing here the project timeline, how we have accomplished the milestone and how much features we have added. In this application, there is lot more to develop and it can be more developed, but in the time frame provided in our uh, semester was very less, and we have tried our best to complete all the features what we can according to the client requirement. We have used Flutter, we have used Visual Studios, we have used Android Studios, but at the end, learning the technology was our biggest challenge throughout the project. So these are a few of the sequence diagram and the use case diagram. But my main focus is to show how the application was built, like how the documentation were done. So we have we have used the agile methodology as an approach. So we tried to set up all the equipments with the software required. We created the prototype. We tried to test and develop the application and try to run it. And we prepared the application for release, and it's now able to use by anyone. So the main key points is that it allows the new register to make their own profile page with all the skill set required, and it records the time of the shift. So when the user start the screen start timer and end timer, the application will record the time of the shift. So a few of the recommendation in this project what I have gone through for this current system is Time Count and Sign Up Genius. So these two application are an Android application and iOS as well. So the main point of this application was to provide an events and create an invites to a volunteer and communicate and record the volunteer hours, which was also our objective. So using their bit of the dashboard and ideas, what they went wrong, and we tried to develop our application, which is far more better. These are the few screenshots. This is how the login screen looks. And the username and password will be entered. This is a register function to register the own page, and the tracking and storing of the shift time will be started and ended in this button. These are the poster and the brochure what we have used in our main presentation, like the showcase of our program and the master's project. And I would like to conclude my part of the presentation by just stating the obvious that we have successfully completed developing the application. There are more functions that can be added in the future if the client requires, but the application overall is running properly on the Android platform, and we have done our best to maintain and satisfy the client need. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ekta Porwal. I am one of the team member in my project named PEGS Hockey Club Member Volunteer Mobile Application. In this project, I have worked as a developer to develop this mobile application. So to start with the project, I would like to discuss some of the problems by which we have started to work with this mobile application. So the problem with PEGS Hockey Club was the admin of that club. He was like struggling to manage their members, to manage the volunteering hours, and because everything was on spreadsheets itself. So also the ability of user to select the event. So these were some kind of problems he was facing. So that's why our client provide us this project to work on with. So would like to proceed with the main objective of this project. So the client, our client, he was requiring that we need to work with Flutter to develop this application. In this application, volunteers should be able to register, and they should be able to log in and log out. Also, uh, and a volunteer should be able to create his profile as an umpire, as a coach, as a team member itself. And also he should be able to select the upcoming events. Also he can see what events would be held in coming days, so that he can be able to select the event and he can go for that event as well. So we have divide all of these things in some parts, and to work on this project we have used agile methodologies, as we have seen that agile methodology would be perfectly suit on this project. So we were totally 4 members in a project. So we have divided all the tasks in our team, and like one was responsible for all the requirements, to collect the requirements, to gather the requirement from client, and also the documentation part. And the other team member was responsible for the design and adding all the activities and the events. And another team member was responsible for the development part and the software testing part. And last one, like our project manager, he was responsible for to tackle with the technical issues and monitor the overall progress. So we have decided that the agile development methodology would be helpful to us, and it effectively worked for us as well. So first we gather all the requirements for our client, then we plan how to how we will start to work on these requirements, and then we design the application. And after the designing part has been done, we start with the development part, and then at the last stage we finally release the application and then track it and monitor if it's working effectively. And finally we in the end of the sprint 3 we have done with our application, and now it's successfully published. As per our client requirement, we have started work with Flutter made by Google. Then we have used draw.io to design the sequence diagram and other kind of stuff. Then also we have used Visual Studio for the development for the coding part, and Android Studio as well. At last, I would like to conclude that our application is done successfully, and it can be changed and modeled in any way according to the requirements if in the future. But at the moment, we have done with all the parts, all kind of stuff which was required by our client, and he is quite happy with our project. Thank you so much.
Hi, in sprint 3 we have the final product ready with us, as our team manager already told in the starting. So here's a screenshot of the login screen of our mobile application. It shows the username and password field with a button used for login, and there's the option for a new user to sign up. And after this is a screenshot of the register page that shows the options for first name, last name, username, contact number, postcode of the volunteer member, password and confirm password fields. There are select skills option also that includes the coaching, umpiring, etc. as per the user's requirement. So this screen requires a volunteer to register to the application with all general details and their availability for the event. Once the user is logged in, he or she can after the home page, there's an option for the drawer on the left hand side that shows the start time and end time. This was the main one of the most one of the major requirement of the client. Because of this, they are getting this application ready. So this one button shows the start time, and the other one shows the end time. So if we click on the start time, the volunteer activity time will be started, and when it ends, so it will show the shift time performed by the volunteer. So accordingly, he or she has to meet the minimum required hours for an year. This is the poster for our mobile application. So it shows the various features used in this app, like various features of this app and client information, and technology used is Flutter, and database is Firebase. After the poster, this is the brochure for our mobile application. So we have created a similar type of brochure to the poster. So first page shows the information about the PEGS club, and after that it comes to the features, and we have showed up the various objectives, the like first, second, and final objectives of the mobile application, and there's a screenshot of the mobile application. And on the other end, it says it shows the information about the club, like who's the about the client, that is who they are. So it's a PEGS hockey club, and at last it's the team members information who have developed this application. Thank you.
After considering all the reviews, I'm going to conclude my application. So this application is the solution for the problem faced by the PEGS Hockey Club. It will allow to manage all the events and timing for the volunteering activity performed. Flutter is very adjustable language which we use in this application, so any change required can be performed very easily in the Flutter. The application can be changed and molded in any way according to the requirements, because the requirement of the application is changed. I'm going to thanks all the visitors. Now, if you have any question, you can find me at @KEVAL_9896 on Google, and this is our references we can use online. Thank you.